If you're like me, your Google Drive is full of documents. You have half-filled notebooks everywhere. It's hard to keep your thoughts organized. In this episode, I talk about creating projects. AI is so life-changing. I've learned how to make AI relate to me, to be more relevant, more resonant. The things that's so brilliant about projects is you have this ability to organize your thoughts on a topic and add into projects. It is incredibly powerful. As a creator, when I want to create scripts or I am writing a book, I create a project. So I have all my thoughts and notes in one place. Projects give ChatGPT context awareness. Very easy for you to learn. If you know how to log in, if you know how to click, if you know how to add files, you can create a project. It's that easy and it's that good. So stick with me. I'm going to show you a recording I did where I taught this. And make yourself brilliant with AI. There is a lot of AI involved because it's the way we unlock and retrain our brains to think differently, not faster, not necessarily better, it's sometimes worse, but differently. I'm a big fan of ChatGPT over any other platform out there because I get to name my ChatGPT. I get to give my ChatGPT a personality. He knows me. He knows his name. I don't name my Google instance or my Gmail. That is why ChatGPT is better for me than any other tool that's out there because it's not really a tool anymore. It's this additional intelligence that I hang out with. Now, Chat has this marvelous capability called projects. So AI is a large language model. It has all the data in the world is available digitally. What projects does, which makes it so dang powerful, is that there's a knowledge base that is all of the knowledge of the world. And then I put a layer on top that is the knowledge base about Betsy and the specific things that I'm trying to do within this project. Custom GPTs are if you're doing a thing over and over again and you need to share it with somebody else. I personally have stopped using custom GPTs. For me, it all became very clunky. I have more than 100 custom GPTs unless I'm trying to make something easier for other people to consume, mainly because I'm trying to teach everybody how to fish, not be the one giving you the fish. I don't want you to be dependent and say that I'm the guru. A project so far can't be shared. It's just for me. That's a little bit of a weird limit that both Claude and ChatGPT have on projects. If you learn how it works and what works and adapt and adopt the way you work, that's the real goal in life. I find for LinkedIn posts, I can get a much richer conversation by creating a knowledge base on top of the instruction set. So the instruction set is what I normally would have put into a custom GPT. In this case, I have a knowledge set. And I'm going to show this to you if I'm starting to say things that don't make any sense. For the discussions, for anybody who's in the business of you, to create a business of you folder and then attach files.
Is there a limit on the type of file that can go there?
You can add up to 20 files in a project file. As you're adding more and more files, it'll give you this warning that says it may slow response time, which cracks me up because the response time for Betsy the human, maybe hours or never. They'll slow down for ChatGPT. It's a few seconds. I'm not that important. I can wait the 10 seconds that you're thinking on this. So that's a little bit funny.
Have you connected this to your Google Drive?
Absolutely connect to your Google Drive, but specifically within project files, you cannot add from a Google Drive. It's a weird little thing that feels like a feature I didn't ask for. We're going to define these instructions specifically for whatever you define as the business view. I'm giving you the demonstration. Now I have ChatGPT's broad base of knowledge and the very specific folder that is this base of knowledge. I can say, I need a 45-minute class. Give me 3 of your best ideas and why. I'm not even trying to be that smart about what I'm telling it to do or why I'm telling it to do it, because I just want you to see that this becomes better than if I did this alone. Yes, there are a couple of things that you can do in ChatGPT. So if you don't like a specific line, so you see this little edit in Canvas, little thingamajig here. So now this has become a canvas, which is the name of a type of document within ChatGPT. And I'm trying to find something I don't like.
Is that kind of level of edit word edits or concept
Mhm.
edits that you're talking about?
Yes, either. All I would do is highlight this. I can go over here, get rid of all formulaic. You can highlight what the
Okay.
words that you dislike, and you can say, look, this seems really formulaic. You can give specific, explicit feedback by section. In the old days, like 3 months ago, when you said, I don't really like that wording, it would regenerate the entire thing, maybe get the edit. At some point, you're like, this is not helpful, dude. What do I miss that you would think makes the course options even better, and why? If I were being smart and not just trying to demonstrate a thing, I would think about what I would say as better, because better is one of those vague human words that we use that AI can interpret in multiple ways. Actually, I'm going to take a moment. Better means simple enough to make it accessible and actionable.
So when you give an instruction like this, is it going to keep the base and then just do a gloss?
If I had wanted to keep the base, I might have said something like, I like ideas 1 and 2, but I still think that you could push harder. In this case, I didn't say any of that. The first thing that ChatGPT did was say, this is what you're missing, Betsy. It analyzed the documents that I put into the knowledge base, which included transcripts of this week's classes, and said, this is what you don't get and what you might be missing. If I were really doing this, I would look at this and say, yeah, these make sense to me.
Obviously, in a conversation, you iterate, right? And
Yes.
iterating on ChatGPT is the most painless iteration. I'm glad to see, because I've been spending some time, agonizing would be an inaccurate word, but I've been spending some time really working on the paragraph of instructions. It's nice to see how much good can come from a simple instruction. Sometimes I ask the same question just slightly differently, just for fun. I like to look at 3 different answers to the same question. Oh, okay. So now in my head, I'm trying to judge as I read.
Yeah. So you see, I now have a 45-minute class that I can work on. For anybody coming next week, maybe this will be the class. I don't know. It probably won't be. You never know. I copy and paste it. And then
Is Gamma paid, or is there both versions?
there is a free version to get you
Okay.
excited. And very quickly, you'll be like, I cannot live without this. So the cool thing about Gamma is I could say preserve my exact words, which I don't want to do because there's a lot of nonsense here. I could say condense my words.
Does
Go
it
ahead.
create the talking track in addition,
Well,
or just the slides?
I already created here. This is the
Oh,
talk
okay.
track. I just cut and paste the talk track into Gamma. The fun thing about Gamma is you can choose to use an AI image generator, or you can choose to use stock photos. I start with AI images, but I am so over people generating horrible AI images. I just put a stock photo in. I'm good with that. For right now, I'm just going to show you how that works. And then what I also can say here, make the colors blue, gray, and orange. No horrible AI generated humans that are all the same.
So are those, it's generating the slides, Betsy?
Correct.
This doesn't look like Medium. This looks like pretty text heavy slides, because
Yes,
you've got actual paragraphs in there.
exactly. So I can do 2 things. I can go back to the original prompt. I can start again and say, brief.
Oh my God, Betsy, you're a magical witch. What? Is that bad to say? I meant it in a good
No,
way. Like,
no,
more like,
I-
like Glinda, but not Glinda from the movie, like actual good Glinda. Not
Yeah, in the old days, I would spend hours trying to put together the PowerPoint, the storyboard, and all that baloney. This gets the basic frame out there. And by the way, even though I said don't do horrible AI generated humans, it did.
Those don't look horrible to me. I think you have high standards. My standards are hella low. They look fine to me. Also, may I please have a copy of this deck? Because it's so cute. I want to own it. I want to frame it. I want to put it on my wall.
1000%. If I don't like the images, let me show you what I could do. I could make her the background layout. I could move her to the left. Shannon, every conversation that you're having for the business of you should be a document that you put into a file.
I've got my
Wonderful,
project
wonderful.
already. Even my book is a project.
Yes.
I'm currently a toddler and I hope to become at least a middle schooler.
I love you, Betsy. It makes me like happy and thankful and grateful.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Solopreneur Billionaire, where we cut the fluff to get to the things that matter so that you can build the life and the business that you deserve. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. Or if you just like me, please like and subscribe and share with somebody who needs to know. Thank you so much.